We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw from Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Hodges. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that one will be accepted. And they still need 6 yards here on 3rd down after the penalty. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. Christian Kirksey in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
Well, you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They pitch it to Chubb. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Third and 11. And some extra depth in the secondary here. They're in the dime.
Here we go now. Green 39.
From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now McKinnon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Play action. Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 5. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into 1st downs and hopefully points.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's it, baby.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A give. This is Chubb. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. That's good for a Cleveland 1st down, an 11-yard pickup. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
He's not exactly had a banner start to this game. We're still in the first quarter. He's already thrown an interception, and that should have been the second one.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He's got his tight end in Njoku. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Here's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Go ahead. Here we go. Last 80.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20.
Like 80! 180! 21, 21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle.
Like 80! 180!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete. Kyle Juszczyk, the fullback, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
21, 21. Like 80! 180!
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now Landry. Landry, agile footwork. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
180! 180!
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And his throw here's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Christian Kirksey in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
20!
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Here's McKinnon. And an alley to run. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They run it with McKinnon, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20!
Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. That's caught by Caleb. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Garoppolo now, 6 of 10 in this 1st half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. It is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Four down. Here we go. Black 80!
Garoppolo. This will be caught at about the 6. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now stands at 13. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Quick hitter here. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 43. They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Handoff comes to Chubb, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
A run for Nick Chubb. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Second down, Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
A toss play to Chubb. And some space here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a 1st down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hodges. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Garoppolo again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Garoppolo on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, You want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Left 80! Right 20! He's checking
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
180! 180! 11!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Everyone go. 180! 180!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal.
Hey! Right 20! 180!
They'll try to run with McKinnon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Jerick McKinnon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. Gold now out to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Here we go. 180!
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter three.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go now.
Mayfield off the play fake. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
McKinnon. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Here we go. Like 20.
They run once more with McKinnon. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
21.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Elsewhere, they have gone to the 3rd quarter now in Dallas. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and long for Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Here we go. Boom!
Mayfield now from the 50. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield steps away to his left, and his throw's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Browns on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They toss it left side to Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Mayfield now. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now they'll run it on the toss. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit!
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot a bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball. But here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that. And that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Now McKinnon to start the drive.
Whoosh.
And an alley to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 34 yards there and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Black 80! 180!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hodges. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while, because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The Browns on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Now Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. Well, they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent, because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When a linebacker's able to sit at the 2nd level and see things develop in front of him, as soon as he got a hint that the quarterback was checking it down, he just made a beeline directly for the receiver and ended up making the play.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Here we go. Like 80.
Now Garoppolo. Screenplay, McKinnon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. He's been terrific so far. And the Browns getting set to go. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Eric Armstead in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Here we go. 180.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Oh, there's no doubt that this is a huge defensive series right here. They've got to hold them to a field goal attempt or less. Otherwise, this game just might be out of reach. Let's see if they can hunker down and get it done.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Here we go.
Here again is McCammon. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Mayfield to throw it. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
And again, it's Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now, the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on 4th down. Now Mayfield on 4th down. He sets to fire deep. And no, it's incomplete. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they'll go on the ground. The 20. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. That one good for 33 and a first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
20!
The backup Rob Kelly, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, it's Kelly. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block him. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that.